Well, hello again, folks. We're coming to you from Sweet Remedy, episode number 11. We got through episode 10. Thank you for all your kind feedback from last week's show. We had a lot of feedback. One or two people, didn't necessarily agree with what we had to say. Of course, you people are stupid.
We don't care.
We don't care. Well, I do care, because I had something to say last week.
I absolutely don't care at all.
But it's the old story. If you're going to get to the top of the hill, you have to start at the bottom. And if you're going to gain resources, you have to teach them somewhere. But enough of that. Tom Boonen had a party this week. It was his last bike race.
He won it too, and it wasn't organised.
He won it.
He won it
Who'd have figured?
Through his hands. There was attacks galore. Phil Gilbert was there.
Phil Gilbert, not with his football.
Pipo Pizzato was there.
Peter Sagan was there. And Peter Sagan also raced the other day in Germany and was creeping.
Yeah.
It was rained and he didn't
might have to train.
Might have to go train. Listen, even the best in the world has to go training. Can't just dance on stage with all the rock stars of Belgium.
Well, yeah, and that moves on to this one. Matt D's obviously not racing the 100th Giro, which starts this Friday. The greatest Grand Tour in the history of the world, according to me. The best one to watch, that's for sure. The racing's always interesting. It's always close. There's you get a bit closer to the riders. I just think it's a better spectacle. The Tour's the biggest race in the world. This is the best race in the world as far as Grand Tours go.
I agree. As far as the Grand Tour goes, the Giro just seems to be more competitive. More people win it, more people win stages, more people win the green or the
whatever
jersey,
bloody jersey it is.
You know.
They always throw something mad in as well. So this year they've got...
Like Italians.
That's it. They've got the best descenders jersey. Why not?
Yes.
Why not? I mean, you got the best climbers jersey. Let's have the jersey for the person who falls off a mountain the quickest.
Yeah, if it wasn't dangerous enough descending down the climbs.
In the wet.
In the wet. Now we're going to see who can actually try and kill themselves doing so. Just on that, Astana are going to start the race with one less rider this year out of respect for Michele Scarponi, who obviously is not going to be there.
No, it'd be hard for him to be there this year.
Very heartfelt sorrow for the reasons that Michele Scarponi isn't going to be there. But I'll tell you one thing I'd like to see happening in West Australian cycling.
What's that, Matthew?
Start talking to each other.
Would that be because there's 3 big events on this weekend?
There's a few, and the Heart Kids Ball.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. That's not cycling. But anyone who's involved in cycling should be there.
You should be there.
We have the Supercross on Saturday. We have the Lowry Saturday, Sunday. And of course we have West Coast Masters, Dog Hill. Start of the winter racing program with them on Sunday as well. I don't know, but there's only a finite amount of riders. Why not try and make things not clash?
Because there was nothing on last weekend.
Nothing.
Well, there was a time trial.
There was a time trial.
But they're special.
And my mate Michael Freeberg did really well for two laps of the 4. Not so good on the last 2 laps.
What happened to him on the last 2 laps?
Oh, I think he blew a heart valve.
A heartlage?
Yeah, heartlage went.
Michael Freeberg blows a heartlage.
He went from mid-6s to mid-8s. Mid-6s to mid-8s.
That's embarrassing. By the way...
He's a world champion and I'm not, so I can't really say anything.
Once again, we're in a live working cafe and we have a couple of little angels playing around just at our feet, as you can see.
And we
They're
got
having a ball.
Live studio audience. Our return live studio audience is here.
Yep.
So anyhow, why not just talk and work out that we don't have clashes? Because there is not enough bike races and riders to cater for 3 big events of a weekend.
I'll tell you something that didn't get talked about very much, and it just suddenly hit the press. Tracey Gaudry, Vice President UCI, President of the Oceania, first female ever CEO of an AFL football club.
Well,
and she picked Hawthorn.
Well done, Tracey Gaudry. That's a magnificent achievement.
It is a magnificent achievement.
For a really good person. Shit football team.
We are Tracey Gaudry fans, there's no doubt about it.
Terrible football team.
Should have gone West Coast.
No, shouldn't have gone there. They're a terrible football team
West
as well.
Coast. You know, at least they're going to win something in the next few years. And what a time to be anything to do with Hawthorn. What are they? 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
They were the only team
beat West Coast.
They beat West Coast.
Because Tracey was the CEO of the Amy Gillett Foundation, did a fantastic job there. I don't think this Amy Gillett Foundation is quite an AFL football team just yet. It's going to be a very big job, going to be under a lot of scrutiny, but I tell you what, having dealt with Tracey Gaudry and seen the way Tracey Gaudry presents herself and, dual Olympian, really looking forward to seeing the process.
And she withdrew herself from the
Roller Athletes Australia.
process to become a board member of the Australian Olympic Committee to take this job.
Yep.
So she is terribly serious about it.
Certainly serious about it, and certainly upfront about it.
And I'd actually like to see a few of the football people try and take her on, because I think they might be surprised.
I would really love to be the fly on that wall. I
reckon they might find a fairly tough adversary there, because if you can deal with people like Hein Verbruggen and so forth at the UCI, I think you can deal with the presidents of football clubs. I think it's fair to say cycling is one of those sports that there's definitely the old boys club that you have to go up against, but I'd say football possibly could raise the bar on that one. Just they don't like an outsider. They don't like an outsider.
But good luck to Tracey Gaudry. We'll all be watching and we'll all be supporting 100%. And the only thing, cyclist specialty, right? Moving into a game like football, we've talked about this before. Why can't we get somebody with cyclist specialty running our sport?
Oh, because Matt, we don't pay much.
Yeah, we don't pay much.
The people who make the decisions don't care, and they want to put people into the job who are already getting paid by the government.
He makes a very good point, Matt Tognini does. There's no doubt about it.
So to have someone in this who run our sport, who actually has experience of our sport, it's a difficult thing to do. It's always good to have some outside new ideas coming in. I don't mind that, but a little bit of experience, just to been around it a little bit.
A little bit of knowledge.
A little bit of knowledge.
A little bit of knowledge.
And if you have a view on that, matt1@iinet.net.au, give us your feedback. Also give us a feedback from the weekend's racing when you go to it, if you go to it. What happens with the white line rule? Are we going to enforce a white line rule? Are you going to get disqualified if you break the rule? Well, I know the West Coast Masters are going to do it.
That's right. West Coast Masters commissaires have indicated that they will be, they're not even going to worry about the white line. They're going to say if anyone blatantly starts to go down the right-hand side of the road, you're going to get disqualified at the West Coast Masters. And I see this as nothing more than a safety issue.
Absolutely. Bob Addy has proven that if you break the rules, you will get disqualified.
If it gets set on the start line, you're going to hear about it at the finish. Now, the only thing is, there hasn't been a committee meeting about changing rules at the West Australian Cycling, or Cycle Sport WA as it's known. So they may not have made the rule, but of course Dan O'Donoghue is the chairman of Cycle Sport WA. He's in a position to be able to say, hey, why don't we try this weekend? It's a good time to try it at Lowry. The Lowry is renowned for handing out fines.
Oh, they love a fine out at Lowry.
Yeah, the Lowry don't, but the people who run the Lowry don't love a fine. But the commissaires do.
What I can say is, Dan O'Donoghue will not be at the Lowry. He's got to take his boy to Auskick.
He's got to go to Auskick
on Sunday morning, and so he should too.
But just be aware, if you're at the Lowry this weekend and you go over the white lines, you might not get disqualified, but it's a good thing you will need your checkbook. So just be aware of it.
And now, look, I think we should finish off on a really good thing, mate. I saw some video footage of the Red Hook Criterium the other day.
I know.
Love a Red Hook Criterium. It's a criterium on fixed wheel bikes.
Fixed wheel bike criterium.
At night, under lights.
At night. But here's the thing. People say, oh, how is it any different to track cycling? Well, here's the big difference with track cycling and criterium racing without brakes on a fixed wheel. When you fall off on a criterium course, and let's say you're just near the front of the bunch, every single person behind you, because you've got barricades up either side of the road to stop people walking out in front of you because you'll die, you've got these barricades. So if you fall off in the first sort of 5 or 6 riders, you spread it, you like this, you go like that, and then every single person behind you
is magnificent.
Going to fall off.
We should have one
every
in Perth.
Single person.
Absolutely have
track,
one in Perth.
You start at the top of the track, there's a good chance people can get around you because you slide down or you go up or whatever.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. Now, we should have one in
Red
Perth.
Hook, when they start falling off, have a look at the vision we've got for you, because everyone falls off.
And it's great.
It's awesome.
I don't like seeing people fall off. Well, I do. I don't like falling off, and I don't like my mates falling off, but this was spectacular footage.
Well, some mates.
And if we had them in Perth, you'd get a crowd. We'd have a crowd. You'd have beer drinking. It would be great. Michael Freeberg would enter. He said he'd have to stay well away from Guy Calmer, which is a fair point.
You'd have to stay away from Guy Calmer in most bike races.
So just in general, really. Yeah. I even reckon the GOAT, Chris Glasby, would enter.
I don't think he'd be stupid enough to line up
I think he would.
A Red Hook. I tell you who would love to do it is Steve Hall.
I'd love it.
Now he's over in Belgium at the moment. All the best to Stevie Hall, having a time away, and all the best to all the kids that are already over there in Belgium and France and so forth, at Jackson Morby's and Connor Lambert and Ash McKay and these kids. But two of the youngest kids in cycling, got to give a special mention. They're getting on a plane today. the young Matthew Upton and the young Melissa Robinson.
They're very young, aren't they?
They've gone over to just see if they can make it as professional.
Matt Upton has said, it's my chance to turn pro.
Chance to turn pro for Matt Upton.
It's my chance to turn pro. I'm 46 years old. The contract could be in the mail.
Tell you what, he's a chance.
Absolutely, he's a chance. Never die wondering. Up the road with uppers is like he likes to say.
Up the road with uppers. We may even get a little 20-second piece from uppers. We'll probably get more than 20 seconds after.
We might distill it down to 20 seconds for you guys. So Matt1 at iinet.net.au for your feedback, ladies and gentlemen. That's us for today.
Yep, we've had fun.
Well, mildly. Anyhow, I enjoyed it talking to Matt and you guys today. See you next week.
Bye-bye.